Hi everyone, Laurel Mintz here, CEO of Elevate My Brand, and this is EMBiz. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our EMB discovery phase process, which I realize we talk about every day with our clients and prospects, but you may not know what this process is all about. It's a three-phased approach, which starts with our digital mind map, goes into our creative mind map, and then ends with the roadmap report. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what each of those pieces are because they're really different and they're really interesting and really differentiates us in terms of how we run as an agency. I'll start with telling you why the process is so different, and that is because it allows us to onboard in 30 days versus most agencies, which take 60 to 90 days and frankly cost you 60 to 90 days worth of costs. So it's a much more efficient use of your time and budget. Then the digital mind map process, we do this on this fun whiteboard platform called Miro. If you don't know it, it's awesome. It allows you to work with teams all across the world. We've built out this process on that platform, which allows us to get all the little delicious bits and bytes out of you and your team's brains to see what is working and what isn't working in terms of your current marketing goals, processes, etc., from an omni-channel marketing approach. It also allows us to give you some of our secret sauce in how we do our marketing processes from an omni-channel marketing approach as well. We talk about your marketing funnels. We talk about how to build out the right budgeting because that's always the big conversation. We talk about your client discovery or customer discovery process. What else do? We talk about the marketing universe, which is so very vast, and we give you these punch list of action items so that as we go through the discovery process, you're not just paying us to get to know you and your brand. We're actually moving you forward in what we think is a really effective way. The second part is the creative mind map, which is a little more juicy, a little bit more about the brand messaging, positioning, and targeting. So like the aboutness of the brand. We do an exercise we call lovingly word vomit, and we like to multitask the shit out of what we do. So a lot of those words in that exercise becomes things like tiles in your social channels moving forward. Similarly, we give you a punch list of action items from that discovery process or that phase of the discovery phase process so that we can move your brand forward as we discover areas of opportunity. While those two pieces are happening, those are what we call the squishy, touchy-feely, I thinks, I feels. We're simultaneously doing the roadmap report. That's where we use our licensed listening software and we plug into the back end of all of your omni-channel marketing system, so your website, your social channels, etc. And then you will tell us who your 3 to 5 direct and aspirational competitors are in your space. We crawl all of that, and at the end of 30 days, while we're concurrently doing the digital and creative mind map pieces, we lovingly call the squishy, touchy-feely stuff, the I thinks, I feels, we're then backing that up with the data side, the roadmap piece. We come back to you with this really detailed data-driven report that basically says, here's the numbers, here's what that means, and here's what the go-forward plan needs to look like accordingly. So we do all the squishy stuff, and then we do all the data stuff, which is why we call ourselves a center-brained agency. Only after that process do we put together a really detailed scope of work that's also based on historical numbers. So we've been using a system called Harvest for the last 10, maybe 12 years. So when we come back to you and we say it's going to take 34 hours to execute organic social, it's going to take 34 hours to execute that for that channel for your brand in your agent stage. So that is our discovery process, our discovery phase process, and how we differentiate ourselves in the very big universe of marketing agencies in the world.